Hello artists, Mrs. Castle here, and I'm going to show you how to mix shades. So, oops, I did it again. Okay, put your name and your period. And this assignment is how to mix shades. You can just write shades on there. And for this one, like the tints, I'm gonna need 4 boxes and 2 rows. So I'm gonna draw a box around that much because that's how much I'm going to need. Okay. All right, so done with the pencil and okay, so started with the color and we added white. We're kind of going to do the same thing here, but we're going to have to be very careful. Start with the color that you're using, and then we're going to add little bits of black. So there's my orange. Oops, I'm going to wipe off my palette knife so it's nice and clean. And I'm going to get some paint. And remember, pull with your brush. Don't scrub. This is a paint brush, not a scrub brush. And kind of paint thickly. You don't want to cake it on so that when you hold it up it drips, but this here is too thin, so we need a little bit layered up so that the white of the paper doesn't shine through. With watercolor, we kind of do want the paper to shine through, but on acrylic you do not. We want nice thick paint. And I'm tapping until I can tell that there's no paint left, and when I wipe my brush off there's no paint mixed in with the water. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my black and I'm gonna get a little bit of black. This time we're gonna go no black, a little bit more most. And it'll get darker each time instead of lighter, like in the tints. Remember, when we mix until there are no streaks left. I see streaks, so that's not mixed. Okay, no streaks, that's nice and mixed. Wipe off the palette knife. Then I'm going to get some paint and paint my box. Again, paint, cover it, cover the paper. No paper should really shine through. Should be a little bit thick. Mixtures with white cover a little bit easier because that's more opaque and not see-through. Transparent. Acrylic should not be transparent. Okay. Rinse. Don't tap on the edge. Wipe off on the edge. No orange showing. So next I'm gonna get a little bit more black, about the same amount. See how small that is? It's like a little pencil point worth. We did like a pencil eraser worth of white. We're gonna do a pencil point worth of black, because black is a very strong color and it will easily take over your other colors. And we're using some of the orange so each time, so the black is even more powerful because there's less orange to mix it into, or whatever other color you're doing. So I'm going to paint more. We can tell that it's darker. If I painted this really thinly, it's very difficult to tell that this is darker. So make sure you're putting enough paint on there that we can see that it's darker. Again, I'm looking for neatness and did you follow directions? And is your color mixed and all of that? Does the paint cover the paper? Does it look like watercolor? If the answer is yes to that, you haven't followed the directions. Okay, last color, same amount of black, about a pencil point worth, like a regular pencil, not a mechanical pencil. Mix it in. And this is just about the perfect amount of paint because I'm almost out when I'm done mixing my colors. That's how much paint you should be aiming for. Now, when you're doing your wow, if you're using acrylic, you're gonna need a little bit more, but depending on what color you're doing. Okay, so I need to make this thick enough that I can see that it's darker. And try to stay in your box. Sometimes we want to think outside the box, sometimes we don't. And this time, right now, we don't. Later, you can think outside the box, like for your wow. Okay, that's shades with my lighter color. And look how much paint I still have left. If you have a lot of paint left that you know you are not going to use, I can help you put it back in the container. Okay. I'm going to put the orange back and get out a darker color and I'm going to be quiet and just let go through the steps and you can see what it looks like. And I will speed it up for the video, so you don't have to sit and watch the whole time in real time. But sometimes darker colors are harder because they're already dark and we're adding more dark to them. So I'll be right back. Right, just a reminder, I'm going to just dab the paper towel in the water so it's not drippy. I'm not getting drips of water, so I can just wipe this off. Just gonna get a little dab of water, not drippy. I'm gonna wipe off my palette here. Even if it's a little bit dry, it should come off pretty easy because it's plastic and the paint is not going to stick to the plastic. I'm going to throw that away. Okay, so I'm going to do purple. Purple's already a pretty dark color. So there. My 4 shades of orange and purple. And I forgot to point this out before, but brown is pretty much dark orange. Adding black to orange is one way to make a brown, but there are some other ways that we'll discover later on. Okay, I'm gonna get my paper towel, a little dip in the water, and I'm gonna wipe this off. So it's clean for the next person. These must be wiped off. Then if you have paint left over that is not messed up, I can help you put it back in the container. All right, so that's making shades. Pick a darker color and a lighter color. And actually, that regular purple is looking too light, so I'm gonna paint it again so that it's purple and not purple and white. And it's starting to show through here a little bit. Do your best to get that paper covered up and the paint does not look transparent. Okay. All right. You're gonna get palette knives and brushes from me, so make sure that they are clean when you hand them back to me. I should not find any brushes in the sink, ever, ever, ever. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for watching.